What if I told you that everything I needed to be a full-time content creator, full-time working for myself by the age of 30 is not something that I learned in school? No family business, no degree whatsoever, master or bachelor's degree, no degree at all, and definitely no shortcuts. But it is rather something that I would see as taking small but smart steps stacked over time. If I could go back to being 18, this is the exact blueprint that I would follow. Now that I'm 30, a full-time content creator with no bachelor's degree at all, this is what I've come to realize. If I could go back, or if I could start from scratch, if I could go back to being 18, these are the exact steps that I would take. God, I wish I could go back, but these are the exact steps that I would take to be successful by the age of 30. If I could go back, I would get a bachelor's degree, but not just any degree. I feel like there's a lot of specific degrees that just put people in boxes, and I feel like that's not the right way, and that's completely my own opinion. I know that I'm gonna get some hate for this, but I would not go for something too specific like art or history or any niche sciences, because like I said, they put people in boxes. Instead, I would choose something like sales or business development, or maybe marketing with a strong sales component. Here's why. Sales is literally the backbone of everything. Whether you're trying to sell a digital product, and like yourself in an interview, maybe an idea, sales is behind everything. And as a woman, you actually have an advantage because we are so better listeners. We have a lot more empathy, and those are really, really the superpowers that you need to be a good salesperson. With a sales background, you will never run out of job. Like literally, it's the most transferable skill you'll need, and you'll notice that it's something that you can take into every industry. So a little takeaway: if you're 18 and you're not sure what to study, I would go for something like sales or human behavior, because it will pay you back forever. Fast forward to being 21. You just came out of school with your degree. I would not rush into a 9-to-5 at all. I would go live abroad, work, travel, but do not rush into getting a 9-to-5 immediately. And not just to find myself, but to really, really expand and broaden myself. Jobs like cabin crew or international hospitality are amazing because you get to travel, you get to live abroad, you get to see the world, you get to taste different cultures, and you can get paid for it. When you come back after 1 or 2 years, let's say you're 23 right now, you're not just someone with a degree, but you're someone that can thrive anywhere. You're someone that knows how to communicate, that knows how people work, and that, my friend, is something that a lot of people your age do not have yet. So you have such an advantage. You will literally be ahead of most people who just stayed in the same country, rushed into a 9-to-5, or rushed into another classroom. Let's fast forward to 23, 24, in between 23 and 25, let's say. You come home from your travel experience, you're happy, you have new energy to enjoy life. You come home with a lot of stories, maybe with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, maybe both. Now it's time to get a part-time job. Get a part-time job that forces you to deal with people, to deal with problem solving, just so you can again learn. Think bartending, think hospitality, or maybe working in a busy store where you have to solve problems, where you have to communicate with a lot of people, where you have to be inventive or anticipate to problems that would never occur to you in the first place. You will literally learn how to deal with difficult customers and how to work and just act and behave under stress. Meanwhile, I would use my weekends and my nights to learn new skills, just to lay a little foundation for what comes next. So now, honey, sweetie, my babe, you're 25. Now it's time to go full in on your online business. Here's exactly what I would focus on. Content creation. I would focus on 2 main platforms, which would be Instagram and YouTube. You could also do TikTok because TikTok is huge as well. Then I would focus on repurposing my content on one of the other platforms. So let's say I would go for Instagram and YouTube. I would repurpose all my content for Shorts, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok. Then I would also try to learn new skills like SEO, editing, AI, anything digital. Try to get some experience. And then I would focus on creating a personal brand. Pick a niche you truly care about, like wellness, lifestyle, anything that you feel like I have knowledge about that, or I truly care about that subject. Create a personal brand around it, because next we are gonna create a digital product. You could go into coaching one-on-one, you could do ebooks, you could do online courses, or even maybe affiliate marketing. Because after you created a personal brand, people will look at you for being you. They will like you for being you. They will follow you for being you, not just on Instagram. They will follow your whole brand and believe everything you say. The key to this era, let's say 25 to 27, is not to have it all together. You do not need to have it all together yet. It is just for you to be able to understand that you have to build something that is stackable, and you have to build something where you know that your future self will thank you, which are skills that compound. Let's fast forward again to the age of 25 to 27. This is a period, an era that I would focus on myself again, and I would really consider to double down on myself. I would read at least 1 book a month. I would focus on my health and my wellness, and I would seriously invest in coaches, online mentors, people you look up to in your neighborhood. Why? Because the combo of self-work, your part-time job, and your online business is gonna make you unstoppable at 27. Okay, sweetie, you're now 27. You're already starting to think, oh my God, I'll be 30 in 3 years. So there's still a few things that you need to get together, and we're gonna get right into it. By 27, shift to scaling. Scale your YouTube, monetize your YouTube. You can monetize your YouTube starting from 1,000 followers, 4,000 watch hours. But that's for another video. Launch bigger products, maybe like a signature course, and maybe outsource things that you feel like you don't have time to do anymore. By the age of 30, you would not just have money, but you would have a lot of freedom. You would have location freedom to work from anywhere in the world. You would have creative freedom to create whatever you want. You would have time freedom, freedom that is so underrated. Money is one thing, but having the ability to work whenever you want and be with your family and friends whenever you work is just, yeah, it's underrated. And you know what the best part is? You would be financially free, be able to work from anywhere, and still be young enough to enjoy everything. Looking back, I don't regret any of the choices I made because they truly made me the person I am today, and I love that. But if I would have a chance to go back, I would do these steps. Get a sales degree because that will give me a transferable skill. Live, work, travel abroad because that is seriously gonna give you perspective. Get a people-facing job. This will give you resilience, I promise you. And then focus on getting an online business because that will give you freedom. If you are 18, 20, 25, or even 27, it's not too late to start. If you start today, your 30s can be the most amazing decade of your life. Tell me in the comments below what you would do differently if you could go back to being 18. And if you are working on yourself right now, trying to reach success by the age of 30, hit subscribe because we're gonna do it together.